Hello and welcome to Survivalist Gaming. My name is Ben, and this is the 6th episode in my Fortress Craft tutorial / Iron Man run. Um, in the last episode, we covered Conveyor defense, and much to my dismay, two turrets were definitely not enough to stop the Minox. We had a bit of a Hive problem, so that's what I did off camera um, while I was waiting for resources and whatnot to come in. I had to take care of the hive because it had grown massively. I'll show you that in just a bit. Um, so what I learned was two turrets is definitely not enough to cover the Minox. It takes multiple shots to kill them since we're on hard mobs, and two turrets just doesn't cut it. The other thing I learned was that we have to have um, the upgraded conveyors downstairs because with the basic conveyors, the ore moves so slowly that the Minox have a real easy time of eating the ore. So I added significantly more guns, which I'll show you, and I also upgraded all the conveyors down there to uh, the first tier conveyors, so that we're no longer using basics downstairs. I only have iron automated at the moment. I was going to automate lithium on camera with you guys. So yeah, let's get at that. First off, I'll show you the hive. So when Minox grow, or when Minox feed on ore, they send them to the hive, and the hive grows very, very quickly. I guess, I don't know if it's just because it's on hard mobs or what the deal is, if maybe I've never really fed it before, but this thing grew crazy. So in order to fix that, I had to encase it in fortified rock. Now that took construction paste, and construction paste is really easy to make. You have to research aesthetics at the research center. And then to make an automatic paste building machine, basically you need a powered extractor, and coal will work just fine. We have lots of little pockets of coal, so that's what I'm using the pockets of coal for, is paste. Paste is fed into the construction paste grinder, and then it spits out construction paste. And then it takes 16 construction paste to make a fortified rock block. Oh, and as you may have noticed, there was a patch today, so all the surroundings, some of the textures are a little different. I'm not sure what else is different, but we'll kind of find out as we go. So I had a construction paste set up here, and also have it set up here. The difference between the two is, wow, okay. The difference between the two is that one is the extractor is powered via lasers, and in this one, the extractor is powered via a pyrothermic generator. So what happens is it feeds coal into this hopper. The coal then powers this, but then it also transfers up here to this hopper, which then feeds the constructor paste grinder. It took thousands of paste. I cut this entire area out. I cut underneath my base. I did a lot of work to get this going, so it's a little crazy how much paste it took. So anyway, let's take a look at this hive. Now that I've talked it up, I'm going to show you exactly how massive this thing got in a short time. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember how big it was before, but it really shot up, and it was approaching my base. So the way that I started this is I just picked a wall. So I made this wall first, and then it hit this wall, and then it started searching towards this wall. So I built this, and then I just tried to encapsulate it on all three sides, and then it started growing down. So then I put a wall here. So when it hits here, hopefully the idea is that because this side is open, as it's getting fed, if it gets fed anymore, it'll just simply grow this way. And then in order to keep it in check, I just simply have to add, in order to keep it in check, I just simply have to add to this part here and just extend the box further down this direction. And with that, I hope that it'll take the bait and it'll grow in the easiest way instead of trying to punch its way through that reinforced rock. And it'll just simply grow out this way, and I can have it grow indefinitely, because then I'll have it build up this way, and then I'll build it straight up, because there's no rock to carve up this way. So that's what I'm going to do if it gets too crazy. But this is the result of having basic conveyor belts down there with iron, and also only having two guns. It just wasn't enough damage per second to kill the Minox before they fed on things. And these crates are up here just for construction paste. I put all the extra away. I had a lot more. That's why there's 3 of them. So yeah, that was the first thing I did while I was off camera. I just cut my way through all of this to help fix this issue. So now that the hive is in check, I also spent some time, because I needed a lot of trash blocks for construction paste, so I also spent some time off camera digging underneath my base. So what's going to happen here is I have this sweet crate system now. So I have copper here, tin here, lithium, and iron. I'm keeping coal in this one, wood products in this one. This is going to be for construction paste and construction paste grinders over here. And then this one is for all my bug parts. And then we have hoppers for power, or sorry, not hoppers, crates. Crates for power, crates for transportation and belts. Defenses, nothing yet. Other types of materials, so crystals, organic rock, and research parts, and then storage crates. And so you can just simply just hop down here, and if we run out of space, we can just add more crates to the bottom of this, and it can grow indefinitely. Eventually, what I made this space underneath here for, and I'll show you, I carved the whole way under the base. What I made this space for is this is where my mass storage is going to go. I've seen a lot of guys, when they build their bases, they don't really keep base design in mind. So it's not always as effective as it can be. You get a lot of they get set up and then they don't want to change things as they get further in the game. So with this, I should be able to expand and build pretty easily. So what's going to happen is our mass storage can go 6 blocks high. So we're about 7 blocks from this roof, or maybe we're 6. Maybe we're exactly 6. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5. Okay, so I need to dig down a little further. But what's going to happen is eventually we're going to have our stuff fed up through here or from wherever they punch out of. We're going to smelt our ore down here, and then we're going to stick it into a mass storage. Now, with the mass storage, you can dictate what you pull out, and we'll cover all this once we get there and once we get it researched. But we can dictate what you pull out. So instead of having belts and tubes all over the place, when I need to build a new workstation, like say I want to make a piece, or say I want to make an automatic facility for PCBs, I would just have my output for mass storage pull out of a block and then feed straight up, and then the machinery can be up here and all of the materials can be fed from underneath. So it's just going to save us a decent amount of time. And if you're confused, it'll make more sense once I build it. It'll make more sense. But I've decided that most of my off-camera time is going to spend doing aesthetic stuff like digging holes and excavating and base design. So that way I'm building more stuff on camera with you guys, and you guys can kind of see how my mind works and also see what I'm doing. So it's not just like you come to my channel and from last episode suddenly, I've upgraded a bunch of stuff and you don't know exactly what I did. I'd like to do everything that I can on camera with you guys. So anyway, let's go. I'll show you. We'll take a look at what my turret system looks like now. So if you had to guess, you'd probably say, oh, well, 2 wasn't enough, maybe 3. No, I had to have 6. 6 turrets every 20 meters or so. That's how much it took. If you want your belts covered without Minox feeding on them, you need upgraded conveyor belts, and you need 6 turrets per 20 meter space. Because whether it's 1 turret shooting 6 times or 6 turrets shooting once, it's the same amount of power that it costs. So with 6 guns, you get all those 6 shots at once, and it kills the Minoc right away. Whereas if I just had 1 or 2 guns on here, they have to fire 3 times each. And the Minoc ends up eating ore, and then the hive grows. And we don't want that, at least not right now. It'll be nicer once we research cargo lifts, because then we won't have to worry about this guarding the conveyor belt business. And we'll be able to just pull stuff up free of any Minoc resistance. So that's basically it. So this semester or this time we're going to continue our power down, and we're going to basically build this system for lithium. So yeah, that's what the goal is. So we're going to need a lot of batteries. We're going to need a lot of guns and some LETs. But I've stockpiled a bunch of resources while I was encasing that hive. So let's do that together. And that will be over here. I think I have some stuff in my inventory. Yeah, I have some. Let's start with that. So we're gonna need. Let's see, where did I put it? I'm still learning myself, learning the new system. So we're gonna need lots of these. I think power's over here. Yeah, we're gonna need some blocks, some of these, and I don't think we need anything else. So, oh, and maybe some windows. Where do I have windows? Windows is actually in this one over here. Yeah, I'm slowly learning my own system all over again. So, but yeah, I thought it was rather clever with that storage crate thing. So anyway, let's go down and take care of this. Ooh. Oh, and I also built this sweet access corridor, so I can kind of get up here and mess with the guns off the ground. So if I need to, I can change this core battery super easy. Again, when I build systems, I want them to be easily accessible, I want them to be easily scalable, and I want them to be the most efficient that they can. So, you know, power's being fed into the center block, and then this center block feeds all four of these, and then this kind of acts as buffer power, and also a spot to put another gun if we need it, but we ended up not needing it. So yeah, let's continue this further down. So, let's see here. I'm gonna need. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. I always love the middle click button if I can help it. So this is gonna be power further down. Let's see here. Go ahead and press E on that guy so his targeting stays up, and then let's go down to about where he cuts off, which is right here. So we're at negative. Let's say 81. That's the end of his range. So we want to go down, let's say 18 blocks, so there's a little bit of overlap. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oops, that was a lot more. Okay, well, we were at 81, we're at 98 now, so that was 17 blocks. Now right here's fine. Let's just do it here. So, I'll carve out this space so we have room to work. I'll also carve myself a little standy space. So we're going to build the middle battery, and this is going to supply the other ones. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3. And then we don't have anything over here, so I don't need to worry about continuing the line this way. We just need to worry about continuing it down. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and open this all up. That way I have access to back here. So, we got that going. Now we just need the turrets. Oh, I didn't make them. Silly me. Alright, let's go back up and make these turrets really quick, since I lacked the foresight to do that before. Lose my head if it wasn't attached to me. So up we go. Alright, so first we will make the Mark 1s. We might need to get more 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, we're going to need to grab more 10. We have a nice steady flow of these three resources, so once we automate lithium, we'll be pretty set. And then we'll cover some research at the end of the episode and also do some more building. Oh yeah, and I also have you don't need power for construction paste grinders, which is awesome. So I have a bunch of manual ones here. So whenever I think to do it, I have 12K rough-hewn rock, so I just kind of fill that up. Oops. Man, I'm just all over the place today. Clicky. And then I just empty this thing, because we need lots and lots of construction paste. This space grill stuff takes 8 construction paste apiece. Yeah, it takes a lot. But luckily we have a lot of garbage sitting around. So we made 6 of those. I think that's all we're going to need. We might need to make 6. Actually, we should probably make 6 more, because we need to buy the lithium as well. We have the materials here. We just need the 10. So 10 is over here. So now that I have a stockpile, I don't feel so bad about having a little bit in my inventory. Whenever I go over 100, I just stick the 100 in my crates and then keep what I have left. So I have a little bit to build, but I also am saving a little bit. That's just how I do things. Perfect. All right, and then we will stick, let's see here, where did I have that? I'm still learning my own system. Here we go. We'll put the base defense stuff back, and we will continue what we were doing. So thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you for the comments. I really appreciate it. I didn't expect to have such a large number of people interested so quickly. So it's really neat. I feel like I get to share with you guys my knowledge. One of the main complaints about this game is that there isn't much material as far as tutorials. Now, that changed with this recent patch. But I think I still think that I have some valid stuff to show you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and for aesthetics sake, I'm just gonna go ahead and clear this all out so I have access to all of this. There we go. And then we continue down. I will fill this with windows. Actually, I'm going to fill it with windows from the bottom. This just makes it easy to count blocks, and like I said, it's just aesthetics. And also so I end up not falling down my power line holes, because that sucks when you're not paying attention and you just happen to like fall down. I'm never expecting it, so it always catches me by surprise. Alright, so these are powered. Let's get that going. And we will continue down. And really, this is how I do it. I build from the top down because it just makes it simpler. So let's see here. That was at how far am I? 11? Yeah, another thing you can do is you can just scan the blocks, and that tells you how far away. Oop, come on. I just need a single. There we go. So we're at 119. Oop, but we're right here, so this is perfect. So what we'll do is we'll do it right here. We will have, again, a power block here. 1, 2, 3. Could do a 4th one, but I don't think we need it. I think the 4th one is overkill. And we're tight with resources, so we might as well do things the way we want. So, let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3. Actually, let's do it this way. Again, I'm a sucker for aesthetics, so I'll build it the way I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do the 3rd one right there. Sweet. And then I will make another access hole here so we have room to easily upgrade it. I try to do this with everything that I build, only because I like designing spaces. And I want to kind of give that to you guys too. Like, I don't want it to just be a tutorial about the game. I want to kind of show you my thinking and thought with how things should be built. Again, it's just my opinion, but you know, I like it. Oop, oop, oop. Ooh, the sounds are new. Didn't used to make sounds when you super build. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. I have the music down pretty light. All right, so we're gonna let these fill up, and then we're gonna do lots of conveyors. We're at 124, so we're gonna need at least 124 to go up. I'm probably gonna give it its own line. I don't want to oversaturate that belt because the more saturated the belt is, the more likely Minox are to getting at it. So let's do this, and then I'll build my stuff up here. Clear that out. We'll have the belts just come. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus 124-ish. So we need about 130 belts. Let's go do that. And then we'll have all of this automated, which is pretty awesome. So after this episode, the next thing that we're going to be focusing on is increasing our ore flow, increasing our suit power, increasing our power generation, and we're also going to build some threat reducers, so that way we can do all of this without having to worry about the bugs attacking. My idea is that I'm eventually going to get cargo lifts going, and once I get cargo lifts going, I can remove all those turrets from down there and use them for base defense up here, so it saves me resources. So if I can keep the bugs from coming until then, I'll be looking pretty. I'll empty these. I have these set to warn me when they're full, so that way I'm having a steady flow of construction paste. Otherwise, I'll forget. Otherwise, I will forget. Yeah, it took hours to dig all of this out, and then even more hours to make the construction paste, and even longer to actually build this. You can hear the guy moving around in there, I think. Let me increase the audio just a little bit. There we go. So maybe you guys can hear him. Yeah, he's in there. He's moving around and growing. We don't like that. I really like what DJ did with the scenery here. Like, this is kick-ass. It's pretty cool. I like change. I mean, I know some players don't like the constant changes, but it just makes the game that much more exciting for me. To have new things. So what did I say? 130? We need 130 belts. So we got 130 copper. Let's grab another 110. We're gonna run through our supply very quickly. So that's why I want to up. I'm gonna build more extractors on each of the veins, and then I'm gonna replace all of the basic conveyor belts with these regular conveyor belts, which will get the ore flowing. We want to get this thing packed, so this thing's running all the time without me having to supplement it. So, anyway, gotta build the conveyors first, Ben. Alright, here we go. Regular conveyor belts. These are expensive, they take one of each, but that is okay. Alright, let's do this. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm still dumbstruck about how many batteries it took, or how many weapons it took to do this. Actually, let's do this. I want this built into the wall, so I'm not. Oops. So I'm not getting myself into. Oh, of course. So I'm not getting myself into trouble. And this should come up nicely with the other one, maybe? Let me double check. I want to make sure that these belts aren't going to run into each other. It sucks having to build two lines, but if you don't want the hive to grow, that's what you're going to have to do. At least on hard mobs. I don't know if it's any different with non-hard mobs, so. Alright, we will take care of that in a little bit. Go ahead and dig down. It's a lot easier than digging up. Digging up is a pain in the butt. Sweet. Alrighty, where did I put my conveyors? Right here. So, alright, so now we got to make sure that they're facing in the right direction. They are. Excellent. And then we just do, unless you screw up like that. There we go. Come on now. There we go. Now we have lithium coming all the way up. Eventually you'll have there'll be a machine that'll auto build this stuff for you. It just takes a little power. I believe it's in base automation. That would be sweet, but until we research it, we just got to do it this way. So we're at 60 meters. I got 50 more belts left. That should be more than enough. We'll see. We'll just plug it in. Once it gets up past the surface, it won't matter. We're only doing this for the Minox's sake, and I think once we get past 148, so we could even, if we really wanted to save us belts, now that we're past the Minox point, we can actually just feed it over, because these upgraded belts can actually move like 50 ore per minute, which is a lot. I just want to make sure I'm up out of Minox territory before I join these belts. So, make sure everything goes according to plan. Awesome. All right. That's what I like to see. See? They killed that Minox super quick. If they feed, you'll see a cloud of, like, dust go off. And I don't, I'm not going to sit around here and wait for it because it's probably not going to happen. But yeah, they send, like, a cloud towards the direction of the Hive. That's how you know they're eating. Do we have any more logistics hoppers? No. I'm gonna go up and replace that one really quick. There's no point in having an 100-slot hopper down here when we have belts attached. Those 100-slot hoppers can do a lot more good elsewhere. I'm gonna fix this really quick. It's silly, but it'll bug me. Oop. Nope. Rock. There we go. Bam. Just so I can grapple all the way up. I don't think we're going to build a lift for this area, at least not until we have cargo lifts going. But once we punch past Lithium, that's where I'll have the cargo lift, or not the cargo lift, the person lift. Your build gun version 1 and 2 does not work correctly in the cold caverns, and further down here is a place called the cold caverns. Your gun freezes, and there's a cooldown for your grappling hook, so you can't just be grappling hooking all over the place because you'll end up dying. So we will definitely need lifts from 128 below. So I'll probably be building one of those too. So let's see here. We automated Lithium. We now have Lithium coming up. Awesome. Oh yeah, logistics hopper. That is over here. Take one of you guys. Oh, and we have 100 iron, so let's go ahead and pop that in. Bam. Awesome. Now let's go back down and take care of this. Because there was so much ore in that hopper, there might be a little bit of feeding. And that's only because this line is so saturated. It's really hard to keep the Minox from feeding when every space is taken up. Which is why you also need to double check and make sure that your hoppers upstairs full of bars don't get full. Because once they clog, your smelter clogs. When the smelter clogs, and these belts get backed up. And that is, Minox buffet time. They love it when these belts get backed up. So we will remove you. Put you in its place. And perfect. Alright. Now, let's go take a look at research. See what we can do. Where are we at? 28 minutes? Perfect. This is a good episode. Feeling good about this one, guys. If you have any questions or comments about my videos or anything related to the game, if you're further than the tutorial that I'm working on and you just have questions about how this works or how that works or what's so special about XYZ, just put a comment down and I will answer it as quickly as I can. I'm also in the forums a lot, so if you have questions on there, you might see me around there too. I have a different name on there though. So that's done. Wow, we actually saved ourselves a considerable amount of belts, which is fine. We'll use them eventually. Put that away. Let's see here. Let's get rid of this iron and copper in my inventory. There's no point for it. So we will put that in there, put that in there. Bam. Okay, so we got Lithium coming up, we have iron automated, we have our defenses in place. Let's check our threat scanner. 82. Yeah, we're going to need to build some threat reducers. Let's do that. So threat reducers are under Anthropological Osteology. I know it's a mouthful. If we push H, this will give us a bunch of stuff, but what we're interested in is this thing right here, threat reducer. It uses 5 power per second, which is a lot, because if you think about it, our pyrothermic generators only produce 4 power per second, so 5 power per second is more than one generator. So we're probably going to have to put it on our power thing underneath here, because otherwise we just can't power it. So we will research this. And then do they come up as... They do not. They're automatically built. We're also going to build a slime attractor. We're going to build a slime farm, essentially, and I can do that really quick. I know we're at 30 minutes, but it's going to be an action-packed episode. Oh, and while I have you guys here, let's see how much I need. Some copper. Get off of there. Copper. Actually, I should probably take that iron back out. I might need it. I can't remember. But while we're here, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do this while I have you guys on camera. I've been hurting for power, so we're going to go ahead and build this Suit Power Pack Mark 1. It came from Suit Upgrades, and as you can see, it takes 4 copper, 12, 10, 16 iron, and 24 lithium. So we'll craft this, and now we have 512 power. It doubled our power, which is awesome. The other thing we're going to build is for Arthur, which is basically the same thing, Arthur's battery core. He can hold up to 8 times more charge. And now that we have those charging ports, that's going to be pretty useful. And it's going to save our butt. So let's go ahead and build that. And then I will put... Nah, I'll keep it. I don't have anything over 100. So we have power. We have Arthur's power. And I got to remember to add this to suit upgrades, which again is you go to your inventory and press S. That opens up your suit. And then we can just put this stuff in here. Again, if we die, we lose this stuff, which means we're going to have to rebuild it again. But that's okay for right now. So, what was I doing? Threat reducers, that's right. Threat reducers are going to be under defenses, I believe. Yes. And they're going to need copper and 10. That's it. 5 and 8. So let's make one of them for now. I don't think I have enough power generated to really build more. Let's put this in the same tab as our defenses tab. We'll put it right. Let's put it over our Mark 1s. We're not going to use Mark 1s at all this playthrough, I don't think. They're not strong enough with the hard mobs. And then we will put the threat reducer. Now let's put it over here. How's that doing? I may need to upgrade the system. I'm going to sit here and watch this for a few, just to make sure. If we get a negative power delta, then but it looks like we're still coming out on top. These guys are going to be working a little harder now. Well, now that we put that on, so our threat was at 82. Let's see what our threat is now. I think it lowers it by 50. And it's going to calmer, reducing threat by 50. Sweet. So that's going to slowly go down. And then, let's see how am I on time? 33 minutes. Well, let's leave the slime trap for next episode. We covered, what to do if your hive is growing out of control. You got to build construction paste grinders, and you can do that either automated with coal, or you can self-feed it like I have been over here. These are probably filled, yes. Or you can have them, like I said, automatically, like I was doing with the coal. In between episodes, I'm going to excavate some more. I'm going to dig around some more. I'm going to maybe beef up this power. Actually, let's go look at research. I want to get some more research done. I don't like researching stuff off camera, so let's see what else we can do right now. And I'll leave you guys with that. So, let's see. Resin handling, we don't need that. Improved ore scanning, sweet. It helps you build specific ore pings, which are going to be useful, so we'll go ahead and research that. Upgraded power grid. What does this bring? What does this give us? This unlocks solar panels, which are useless because we're Eternal Night. Ooh, Mark II storage. We might research this too. And coal enricher. Yes, we're definitely researching this right now. So that's 900 power, 12 points. We got plenty. Automation. Let's see, what does this unlock? Ore thief, garbage thief. Let's see here. And a macerator. Auto excavator, that'll be useful. Auto builder, that's the thing I was talking about that auto builds belts for you or anything, tubes. Teleporter. I'm gonna hold off until the next episode for that. I'd like to research it and then build the stuff. So at least I know with the upgraded power grid, you guys can see that I'm gonna be improving this power system, maybe building on it, because I don't know exactly how much power this is gonna draw, in the grand scheme of things, because I have this power hub is powering everything right now, but it's doing pretty good. This was actually a decent idea, I think. Only time will tell. All right, so I'm off camera. Let me cover this one more time, just so I know that I don't get ahead of myself. Off camera, I'm going to upgrade all of the basic conveyor belts to regular conveyor belts. I'm going to be putting more extractors on here, possibly. We might save that for the next episode. And I'm just going to be digging some more. I'm going to be digging out underneath the base some more, because I have a very nice plan, and I think it's going to work out well, but we shall see. So anyway, that's 36 minutes. Thank you for joining me. Videos should be coming out every Tuesday and Thursday. So look on those days. It'll probably be in the evenings. So yeah, so I will try to do 2 videos weekly. If I can't, it'll at least be one, either Tuesday or Thursday. So thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something and enjoy. I'll catch you later. Peace.